From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for sticking with us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Ballantyne. Jill, we've made it to Friday.
We have. It's a rainy one.
It is raining. We've been warning people about it all week, and here it is. Let's take a look outside Legend Skycam Network. Again, good Friday, everyone. A little wetness on our camera, but it's holding tough. It is a weather alert day. All of our regions have seen heavy rain to wet snow. Just depends on where you're at. So let's take a look at that radar, and we still have heavy shower activity coming in. But Hermiston, you are finally getting a break. Toppenish, Ellensburg area, Yakima area. Ellensburg, we could see that snow double back on you just a little bit as we continue on in the morning. But by the time we get to our afternoon, we are going to be seeing some sunshine. So some good news to be had. So your daily planner, that morning snow, we could see a little bit more, but we're going to see more clearing, mid-40s for the Yakima Valley. As we move into the lovely Tri-Cities area, a little bit more shower activity this morning, then clearing, highs in the lower 50s. Again, just a touch cooler than we saw yesterday. Wall to wall could see a quick little spritz in your early afternoon hours, but we will see clearing as well. And a much nicer weekend is ahead. Don't forget to spring ahead an hour this weekend. I'll have much more in my full forecast on this weather alert day, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. And we do want to keep you updated on school closures that have been sent into our newsroom. East Valley School District AM and PM buses are on snow routes. Goldendale School District is 2 hours late. Highland School District is 2 hours late. No AM preschool. Natchez Valley School District is 2 hours late. AM and PM buses are on snow routes. Selah School District is 2 hours late. West Valley School District is 2 hours late. No AM preschool, and AM and PM buses are on snow routes. And Yakima School District is 2 hours late, but breakfast will be available in the cafeteria. And here are the latest road closures. Parts of I-84 near LeGrand and Baker City are closed after reports of semi-trucks that have spun out and are blocking the roadway. Driving conditions are poor with blowing snow and ice-covered roadways. There's no timeline as to when the road will reopen. Authorities say drivers will have to wait until conditions improve. And when it comes to ice and snow on the roads, it doesn't matter how good a driver you are, and it doesn't matter if you have four-wheel drive. Slow down and be a cautious driver. Watch out for others. Also, don't use cruise control while driving in winter weather conditions. You could encounter black ice, which is transparent and it blends in with the road, so you often don't know you're driving on it until it's too late. Make sure to also check your tires before driving on snow and ice. If your tires are low on pressure, fill them to the correct pressure before taking off. And for the latest on school and road closures and to get more on this winter storm and see pictures or videos, click on our weather blog on yaktrinews.com. We are keeping it updated throughout the morning. $7 million meant for hungry Washington families in underserved communities is held up. The reason why, though, remains unclear to the 20 vendors, including a Tri-Cities nonprofit, who says because of this, there are communities they haven't been able to help in months.
Hunger does not discriminate. The Sparks, who founded Restoration Community Impact in Kennewick, know that's the reality for thousands of people in the 9 counties they serve.
We see people walk in this building every day, and we try our best to have what we need to support.
2021 was the year the Sparks started their grassroots effort. That same year, the Washington State Department of Agriculture started We Feed WA as a way to get farm fresh food to underserved communities. The Sparks utilized funding from that program.
The WSDA and the We Feed WA program has been amazing to us, and all that we have asked for and that we've contracted with them with.
In November 2022, the Sparks learned about millions of dollars that would be made available for organizations like theirs.
Then we get a message in January, an email that came out said everything is good. Now we received another message that it's stuck in the bureaucratic movement of Washington State.
That message, obtained by Cap KVUE, said the We Feed WA team is working quickly to mobilize $7 million, and they weren't able to provide more details as they clarified, quote, outstanding items with the Washington Department of Enterprise Services. That email was from January 4th. In a recent statement to Cap KVUE, a WSDA spokesperson said, in short, their team is finalizing recommendations for immediate investment.
We know that these funds are needed, and we're just one of multiple agencies that could use these funds to help support the food insecurity. And you add on the SNAP benefits that declining in March.
Marlondo says whatever the holdup is, families are suffering as a result.
There are families that need food on their tables. These are places that are falling in the cracks, and there is money that will help bring equity like they said it was going to do. Families in Washington State need that right now.
And Restoration Community Impact is just one of 20 vendors waiting on this money to be released. That means the communities those organizations serve are also waiting on necessary food. Washington's Governor Inslee says he wants to push forward on the state's right-of-way initiative as we move farther into 2023. The right-of-way initiative was passed last year and works to move people struggling with homelessness from state-owned property to safer housing options. Inslee says he is ready to continue tackling the challenge, including continuing to clean up homeless encampments that have popped up all over the state. He says people need to understand this is far from a simple issue.
Well, I think this is a statewide phenomena that clearly the homelessness crisis statewide is a result of three things, and they're all related. Number one, we have a mental health crisis in the state of Washington. Number two, we have a chemical addiction crisis. And number three, we have a lack of housing crises. And that is true on our right-of-ways, on our parks, on our street corners, and our schoolyards. It's not exclusively just for our right-of-ways. These are all three statewide crises, and all of them have to be addressed at the same time.
The governor said about 17 of the housing encampments targeted by the state were in the process of closing, and 10 of them have closed so far. Jason returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
We're starting to see some light with all of that precipitation, most of it on the ground. It will be coming to an end very soon. I'll let you know when to expect nicer conditions today and for your weekend coming right up.
Plus, we take a look ahead at your national politics, and new this morning, the Mexican cartel who took responsibility for the kidnapping of 4 Americans apologizes. More on that when we come back.
Does your property look like this? With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. They have the expert support you can trust. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration. We'll be there when you need us.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month and see what a built Ford tough truck can do for you. Get 0 for 36 plus 3,000 low APR cash on a 2022 F-150 XLT, only at your local Ford dealer.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
Roscoe's Coffee, voted best in Tri-Cities for 2022. Maybe it's because our coffee is the freshest it can be, roasted right next door. Bring this great coffee into the comfort of your home. Pick it up in Richland or have it shipped directly to you.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
He's going to speak now.
The bad news. Most cell companies only give you discounts if you meet their hidden requirements.
I bet he says the good news now.
The good news. US Cellular gives you $500 off any phone when you choose an unlimited evolved plan. No plan restrictions or trade-ins needed.
So nice.
So, friend who always has a broken phone can finally get a new one.
It's just a scratch.
It's broken.
No.
Oh, it's busted.
We're good. Oh no.
Get $500 off any phone with no hidden requirements. US Cellular, built for us.
glass.
Water damage comes from anywhere. With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. With the best restoration experts for water damage, you can trust us as your premier restoration partner. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration.
Celebrate the Oscars this Sunday on Cap KVO.
This morning, new developments in the race for the White House. Sources say Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has made a decision on a White House run, and there are new indications former President Trump could be facing criminal charges. Lindsay Watts is in Washington this morning, breaking it all down.
This morning, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has reportedly made up his mind about running for president. As he heads to Iowa today, sources tell ABC News DeSantis is privately telling allies he intends to launch a 2024 bid for the White House, and his team believes an announcement will come after the end of the Florida legislative session in May or June. The news comes as DeSantis' top Republican rival, former President Trump, faces new legal trouble. He's been invited to testify before a grand jury in New York, according to sources familiar with the matter. The grand jury is investigating Trump's role in the alleged hush money payment to Stormy Daniels before the 2016 presidential election. In New York, potential targets of investigations must be given the chance to testify, a strong indication that an indictment could soon follow. In a lengthy statement, Trump denied having an affair with Daniels and called the case a political witch hunt. President Biden, meanwhile, in battleground Pennsylvania, outlining his $6.8 trillion budget plan at a rally in Philadelphia.
My plan is going to reduce the deficit by $3 trillion over 10 years.
The plan calls for new spending on things like family leave and universal pre-K. It would also shore up Medicare and aim to lower prescription drug costs.
We also have to ask the wealthiest and biggest corporations to begin to pay their fair share.
His budget has no chance of passing in the Republican-led House, but the president is using it to lay the groundwork for an expected re-election bid.
Also making headlines this morning, presidential hopeful Nikki Haley was at a town hall in Iowa. She says she wants to change the retirement age for those who are currently in their 20s and also limit Social Security and Medicare benefits for the wealthy. The Mexican cartel, believed to be responsible for kidnapping 4 Americans, has issued a letter of apology. In a handwritten letter, the Gulf Cartel Scorpion Group apologized to the Mexican city, the affected Americans and their families, as well as the innocent Mexican bystander who was killed in the shooting. The letter also explains the cartel turned over the 5 members responsible for the crime who were operating outside their rules. Law enforcement officials on both sides of the border believe the letter is authentic and that the Americans were targeted in a case of mistaken identity. Coming up, why NASA scientists say we need to be taking a look at why the permafrost is thawing and what it means for the future of health. And Jason will return with a look at your First Alert forecast. We'll be right back.
There's nothing colder than a dead body. They had me thinking something must have happened, and I just didn't remember it.
You think, oh, this is a movie, this isn't real life.
My jaw dropped.
2020, tonight on ABC.
Stan, who is that?
Okay, Roy, I went to the basement, found a weird portal, went through, found myself in a prehistoric valley, talked to a couple dinos, told them about Triple Play. They wanted to check it out. Here we are.
Wow!
Hi, Roy.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She'll leave whenever we're ready.
I'm ready.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Watch me. Watch me jump, dive, and splash. Put me by a pool, I'll be soaked in a flash. A girl in the water to swim like a fish. Just 2 simple legs, that was my wish. I'm a sea turtle, shark, a seal on a slide. This is my day of fun, with nothing to hide. Watch me. Pioneers in orthotic and prosthetic technology at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Welcome to Sage Brewing Company. We're the Tri-Cities premier location for great beer and a laid-back environment. Come and try our new Hanson Park location where we've got a fully covered patio to host you and your four-legged friend. Come for the beer, stay for the fun. We'll see you at Sage Brewing Company.
It's Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Colorectal cancer usually develops over time and often without symptoms. See yactrinews.com for more information.
Colon cancer screenings save lives. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Next Live, it's our pre-Oscar show with F. Murray Abraham. And Monday, it's Live's After Oscar show.
Nothing is as comfortable as sitting in sequins.
Today at 9 on Cap KView. Portion of Cap KView sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KView First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Back everyone on this Friday morning. Heavy precipitation all night, but we are starting to see a little bit of a break for our areas, and we're going to continue to do so as we move along in the morning. Folks, we're going to see some sunshine today, if you can believe it. So taking a closer look at our Skywatch radar, we still have more snow just in the periphery of Ellensburg, finally getting out of the way of Yakima. So let's move over to the Mid-Columbia. Heavy cells still continue to come through, rumble through Walla Walla. That is finally coming to an end, and we're starting to see a break from the precipitation, and that will be coming for all of our areas very soon. Maybe that snow could double back a little bit on Ellensburg. I'll get to that in the future cast. We're still seeing heavy snow in the upper elevations of the Blues. That will continue, it looks like, on and off for your day. So winter weather advisory ends at noon for the Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish areas. And again, the upper elevations, we've seen 2 to 4 inches. So that is coming to an end. 10 to 17 inches are expected by the time we get to tonight for the Blue Mountain region. That is above 4,500 feet. And again, that ends at 10 o'clock. I-84 is still closed at mile marker 216. If you have to travel in the mountains today, take extra precautions. So our future cast, as we move along in the morning, we are going to be getting a break from all the precipitation. Again, we could see that snow just stick around Ellensburg until it looks like late morning hours, but that should transition to rain-snow mix. We even saw a little bit of rain-snow mix in the Tri-Cities this morning. It is right on that edge. So slick driving this morning. Give yourself some extra time. But look at this sunshine we're going to see as we head into our evening hours. We could see a rogue shower or two on our Saturday, but mostly sunshiny conditions, and that will persist into Sunday. It looks like rain is going to return on our Monday as we start to warm up. So just a lot going on, folks. But today it's going to be like, well, night and day as we get into our at least afternoon for our areas. So we are cooling down before we're going to start to warm up. That's why we saw a little bit of rain-snow mix in the Tri-Cities. You could see it throughout our areas right at that freezing mark for Ellensburg and Yakima. That's why we're seeing a little bit more snow in those regions. So our temperature trend, we are a little cooler today. Then we're going to get back to right around our average for our weekend. We get a slight bump as we get into Monday, a little bit of a spring preview a week before spring, and then we're going to be right around our average as we head into our next work week. So winds have been heavy at times, starting to slow down a bit for Pendleton. They were 33 just half an hour ago, 24-mile-per-hour winds there. We're going to see winds start to slow down into our afternoon and much lighter winds for our weekend. We'll see them pick back up for Monday with southerly winds bringing in that warmth and then slowing down as we move along in our work week. So we do have some winds that is good for our air quality. So mid to upper 40s for the Yakima Valley, 43 your high today in Ellensburg. Again, we're a few ticks off of our temperatures today. Lower 50s for the Mid-Columbia to upper 40s, and over in the lovely Blue Mountain region, upper 40s today. So if you do have snow on the ground, folks, it should be gone by the afternoon. For the Yakima area, again, we have a weather alert day for this morning. Then it's going to be turning nice. So sunshine in our afternoon. Then we're going to see sunshine for a weekend. Don't forget to spring ahead an hour as we get to late Saturday, or more or less when you wake up on Sunday. Just make sure your clocks are an hour ahead. And then in our next work week, lower 50s with rain showers Monday, possibly Tuesday morning. As we move over into the lovely Tri-Cities area, mid 50s for your weekend. Please don't forget to spring ahead. Look at that, 64. Oh, it's going to feel good. Then mid to upper 50s for the rest of our work week. So folks, we still have showers in many of our areas, but it's starting to slow down and move on, though Ellensburg could see a little bit more snow for the next couple of hours.
In your health and science headlines this morning, higher temperatures in the Arctic could lead to potential health threats in the future. NASA climate scientists say the warmer conditions are causing part of the region's permafrost to thaw, which could mean some viruses that have been lying dormant for tens of thousands of years could emerge and possibly endanger animals and humans. 1/5 of the northern hemisphere is covered by permafrost. Since it provides an oxygen-free environment that isn't penetrated by light, scientists say it's like a time capsule of viruses and mummified remains of long-gone animals. Scientists say a New York study shows New York City rats can catch the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. For the study, researchers captured 79 rats from 3 sites in Brooklyn and tested them for COVID exposure. They discovered antibodies against the virus in 13 of them, suggesting the rats were infected at some point. Testing showed the viruses that infected the rats were associated to a strain of COVID that had been dominant in the city early during the pandemic. A leading medical expert says concussions are becoming a very common problem among older people. Doctors say the condition is referred to as the gray tsunami that is hitting our emergency rooms. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's office announced the 81-year-old Kentucky Republican was diagnosed with a concussion after a fall and is expected to remain in the hospital for a few days. According to the CDC, falls are the leading cause of fatal and non-fatal injuries in older adults. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, how you can help a budding artist you know get recognized for their work, and they might just take the top honors in a state competition. We'll tell you more when we come back.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Let's go, wolves! Load up!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Wherever you go, a Ford Explorer is the key to survival. Get 0% APR for 36 months on an in-stock 2022 Explorer. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Okay, are we gonna fit? There we go.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to carefully protect your dreams.
All right, open your eyes. Welcome home.
All right, we'll see you later. Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
In 1997, my father-in-law John Ramsey started this business.
We took it from 2.5 acres. Now have the big buildings and 22 acres.
I'm very passionate about helping families get into an RV that they can go make memories and
be excited about going anywhere. It's just a beautiful lifestyle for them.
At home, you have the distractions and you don't get the same interaction as a family, so I really enjoyed that aspect of what we do here.
At Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun!
Portion of Cap KV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. It is a weather alert day. Let's take a look at shots from I-84. It remains closed at mile marker 216. So folks, if you do have to travel in the mountains, make sure you check current conditions as you head out the door. Speaking of which, it's improved on Snoqualmie Pass. WashDOT always does a great job. Traction Tires now advise on Snoqualmie Pass with snow and heavy winds. Stevens Pass, Traction Tires advise as well. White Pass, hard snow, chains are required. And again, I-84 closed at mile marker 216. Jill.
Students across multiple Washington counties have the opportunity to win prizes for their artwork. The Washington Apple Education Foundation is hosting the annual Year of the Apple Art Contest. The contest is Apple-themed, recognizing high school students in tree fruit communities, including those in Benton, Franklin, Yakima, Walla Walla, and Kittitas counties. The grand prize winner gets $1,000, second place takes $500, and third gets $250. The overall grand prize winner will also have their artwork turned into a poster-sized calendar.
It was really interesting to see the different levels of artwork, and by levels I mean from, as I mentioned, from 9th grade to 12th grade, and they are so talented. The judges that we had come in and help us with this actually had a really hard time trying to decide which artwork. And if you see behind me, some of the artwork behind me is actually artwork that has been submitted in previous years.
The top 3 winners' teachers will also win $150 gift cards for art supplies. The deadline to submit paintings is May 1st. You can find a link to the application on our website, yaktrynews.com. Yakima Valley College's art department is hosting its semi-annual clay sale today. Anyone can drop in and buy bowls, mugs, pitchers, planters, and odds and ends, all created by YVC students and faculty from the past few quarters. All the dinnerware is safe to eat and drink out of, and the sculptures fun to look at. Many pieces are priced below $10, and all proceeds go to help the college's art department.
They get nice functional pottery, stuff they can use in their homes, eat out of, drink out of. And of course they get to meet the people who are making it. They support local artists, a local art education program, and YVC.
The sale will be from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the lobby of Palmer Martin Hall, Building 20 on the Yakima Valley College campus. Congressman Dan Newhouse is pushing for a new bill in Congress. Now he says it's going to help the families and victims of missing Indigenous people in the state of Washington. We'll also get another check of our first alert forecast and weather alert day when we come back. We have a lot more news to share with you on our mobile app. You can use the camera on your smartphone to scan this QR code, which is also at the bottom of your screen throughout the show. The code will take you right to our app for news and weather on demand. It's free to download and there's no subscription fee.
Does your property look like this? With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. They have the expert support you can trust. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration. We'll be there when you need us.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Every location is conveniently located and gives you the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. We have something for everyone, including gift cards for any occasion. Check out the specials and deals today. Open 7 days a week in 5 locations: Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Hermiston, and West Richland. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Keep a flock healthy and happy with the largest selection of Purina around. Plus, all the equipment you need to keep the farm running right. And we have the best customer service. We really do. Northwest Farm Supply in Hermiston, Prosser, and Othello.
Join us for the Active for Life Senior Prom March 23rd from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the Uptown Theater in Richland. There will be dinner, games, a photo booth, live music, and of course dancing. Grab your favorite senior, put on your best Roaring 20s outfit, and dance the night away. We'll see you there.
Steps to a brighter future with Merit Resource Services.
When you are in need of substance abuse disorder treatment and your burdens are too much to bear alone, Merit will help. Our experienced and certified staff offers support recovery for all in need by providing access to quality assessment, education, integrated treatment services, and co-occurring services for substance abuse and behavioral health needs. Merit Resource Services, where we believe in recovery for all.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Water damage comes from anywhere. With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. With the best restoration experts for water damage, you can trust us as your premier restoration partner. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Folks, it is a weather alert morning for all of our areas. I'll let you know what you need to know for, well, your weekend and the rest of today in a few moments.
To help people keep food on the table after the ending of emergency SNAP benefits. And it's just 2 days before the Oscars. There are plenty of movies up for awards, and we'll give you a quick rundown of Sunday night's broadcast right here on Cap KVUE.
From Cap KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on this Friday, March 10th. I'm Jill Sperling. It is a weather alert day for many people up and down the valley. Let's turn things over right away to First Alert Weather's Jason Valentine for the latest on this alert day.
Thank you so much, Jill. Heavy precipitation already overnight, and we're seeing some of it transition into what was previously rain into some rain-snow mix. So very slick conditions out there. Be very, very careful. So let's take a look at our radar. We're starting to see the precipitation moving to the northeast. And look at this, folks. We see a transition into more rain-snow mixed to snow as we're moving along in the morning, because we do cool down before we warm up as we move along. So keep an eye out for just slick conditions. Still some rain coming down in Walla Walla, but most of our areas are starting to get a break from that snow and rain. So we finally learned the dog's name. It's Roxy. Roxy was enjoying little paw prints in the snow. You can see very wet snow. This is from Yakima. So get ready for slick conditions this morning, but we are going to be warming up, folks. We're going to see some sunshine by the time we get to our afternoon. Highs in the mid to upper 40s to lower 50s for all of our areas. Folks, it's going to be like a switch from night and day. Get ready for a very nice afternoon ahead, but we got to get through this morning. I'll have much more in my full forecast coming up, but let's send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. Making a difference for Egg Month. 2 agriculture-based companies are donating to Second Harvest, which supplies food to local food banks for people facing food insecurity in the region. This could make a huge difference. Another piece of it, Cap KVUE's Riley Fitzgerald says they're matching the first $15,000 donated during Egg Month in March.
AgWest Farm Credit and Northwest Agriculture Consultants are partnering with Second Harvest to celebrate the impact the Northwest ag community makes for people facing hunger.
We're so fortunate to live where we do in this rich agricultural community where we have a lot of partnerships with agricultural organizations who donate lots of healthy, fresh produce, beef and dairy and other great products.
The 2 organizations are matching $15,000 donated to the cause during March for Ag Month.
There are so many people who are struggling right now because of inflation, also because the additional SNAP benefits for people who were receiving those have gone away. And so this is a really difficult time for families who are already struggling.
Small and big farms and production operations share millions of pounds of regionally grown food that feeds the local people in need. Heidi Whitman with AgWest says they understand how essential a robust and productive agriculture industry is to nourish communities. And Wade Carter with Northwest Agriculture Consultants says Second Harvest frequently reminds us that it's the first harvest that makes the second harvest possible.
You know, they cultivate the soil, they plant the crops and harvest the crops that are meant for everyone, and they generously share what they have for us deliberately with people facing hunger in mind.
The Ag Month donations are going to go a long way for the local people in need, experiencing food insecurity.
The gift of food doesn't only just provide food for today, it also provides hope for people that tomorrow will be better. It takes a bit of the burden off of their plate so that they can pay a bill or a car repair and be able to focus more on some more immediate needs.
In Pasco, Riley Fitzgerald, Cap KVUE Local News.
If you want to contribute to providing for people experiencing food insecurity, on our website, yaktrinews.com, you can find the link to donate to the Ag Month Fund. The city of Pasco broke ground yesterday afternoon for Broadmoor improvements. $600,000 were awarded to a Kennewick contractor to begin construction. This groundbreaking is the beginning of many projects happening in the Broadmoor area. According to officials, this is likely the most important economic development project that's happened in the Tri-Cities in a long time.
This is 1,240 acres. This is one of the largest master plans in the entire country right now. So, you know, this is a, I mean, think about it. This land has been vacant forever, and it's in the center of the Tri-Cities. And so this is really sort of a big awakening for the city of Pasco.
The improvements start with the roads and grading, and then they'll move on to bigger projects like significant upgrades to the I-182 and Road 100 interchange. There are more than 130 Indigenous people missing in Washington state, an issue that's been called both a crisis and an epidemic. It's called the Badges Act for short, and Newhouse says it will help tribal law enforcement get access to the resources they need. The bill allows tribal officers to get information from a national missing persons database. More than 40 people are known to be missing from the Yakama Nation at this time.
Another issue that is important is providing access to some of the mental health and wellness programs that are available through the Bureau of Indian Affairs.
Also on the horizon, the Parity for Tribal Law Enforcement Act to address understaffing at tribal police departments. First Alert forecaster Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Some of the precipitation has slowed down for many of our areas. We even saw a little rain-snow mix where we just saw rain earlier. Folks, a lot to talk about. My forecast is coming up.
Plus, the front runners of this weekend's glitz and glamour of the Oscars. Why you just might want to watch all 10 Best Picture noms before Sunday. We'll be right back.
Celebrate the Oscars this Sunday on Cap KVUE.
Celebrate the grand opening of Click It RV's new store in Yakima Valley or at Click It RV in Pasco and get the same grand opening special plus liquidation prices on all 20 to 22 RVs. Nobody will beat our prices. We guarantee it. Just off $395 in the Pasco Autoplex or clickitrv.com.
Spectrum presents The Download with Clarissa.
Everyone is talking about Spectrum One. Matt, give us the download.
Clarissa, people are switching because Spectrum is offering seamless connectivity with Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile.
That's the future of connectivity. That's Spectrum One.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-883-4999.
What's unique about Spectrum Internet?
Spectrum Internet has the most consistent download speeds and no data caps.
How secure is the Wi-Fi?
The advanced Wi-Fi comes with enhanced privacy and security features that block online threats.
Why is Spectrum Mobile the fastest growing mobile provider?
Spectrum Mobile is super reliable and it includes 5G nationwide.
Plus unlimited calls, texts, and
data.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-883-4999.
Call now or visit a Spectrum store today.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Experience the family-friendly surroundings of Fifth Line Brewing in Yakima. You'll discover there's something for everyone, from our various craft beers to our made-to-order in-house food. Bring your family, bring your friends to Fifth Line Brewing in Yakima.
Make an experience this weekend to Vapiano. Relax in the country, experience the wine, and share in the joy. Vapiano awaits you and your friends. Make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estate and Winery. Slow down, enjoy the journey.
Celebrate the grand opening of Click It RV's new store in Yakima Valley or at Click It RV in Pasco and get the same grand opening specials on travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and Class A and C motorhomes. We guarantee it. Just off $395 in the Pasco Autoplex or clickitrv.com.
Find out how Idaho Fish and Game is working to rebuild the sturgeon population.
These are the largest and longest lived fish in Idaho. Some of these fish can live to 100 years or more.
Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6 on KFKView Local News.
Next live, it's our pre-Oscar show with F. Murray Abraham. On Monday, it's Live's After Oscar show.
Nothing is as comfortable as sitting in sequins.
Today at 9 on KFKView.
The heat is on right there on the tented Hollywood Boulevard, just 2 days away from this year's Academy Awards. And Will Gantz tells us the heat is on also for those of us still hopelessly behind on watching this morning's Oscar films.
Don't think you can watch all 10 Best Picture noms before Sunday? Well, buckle up. Top Gun Maverick is available now on Amazon and on Paramount Plus. But if you're looking for something more grounded, Women Talking is about a group of Mennonite women deciding if they should leave their secluded colony.
We could ask the men to leave.
Ask the men to leave? It's only 104 minutes long, the shortest nominee this year, and it's available on Amazon or YouTube. From Mennonites to the mega wealthy on a mega yacht.
This is really, really bad.
Triangle of Sadness is streaming now on Hulu. And All Quiet on the Western Front is streaming on Netflix. It's the second adaptation of the novel by the same name to be up for Best Picture. The first All Quiet won that honor at the Oscars in 1930. But flashing back to the future...
What was your favorite part?
The Fabelmans, loosely based on Steven Spielberg's real life, is available to rent and purchase on Apple TV, YouTube, and Amazon. And Austin Butler's Elvis is streaming now on HBO Max. Around that same length and also dealing with the musical mastermind, Tar, starring Cate Blanchett, is on Amazon and Apple TV for rent or purchase and is streaming on Peacock. The slow-burning and visually gorgeous Banshees of Inisherin.
I just don't like you no more. You liked me yesterday.
Is streaming now on HBO Max.
I see.
Avatar: The Way of Water is still in theaters and is this year's longest Best Picture nominee at 3 hours and 12 minutes.
And if you only have time for one flick before Sunday night, watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's the most nominated film of the year and is the frontrunner for the Best Picture. It's also available right now on Prime Video. That is the only one that I have watched so far.
You know, out of all those, I would check out Tar with Cate Blanchett. I'm a big Cate Blanchett fan.
Okay.
So I would be interested in seeing that. And again, the Oscars right here on KFKView on Sunday.
That's right.
Looking forward to that. All right, folks, let's take a quick look outside. We're getting a break from the precipitation. We're going to see some sunshine as well. A lot to talk about, but still slick roads out there. I'll be forecast coming out.
We've got a lot of areas in the valley that are facing winter roads or a wintry mix of rain and snow. The latest on school closures, winter driving conditions, and where you can find the latest updates. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
What kind of movie are we going to make?
Celebrate the dream makers and the movies that changed our lives.
There's something about the magic of movies. One of my favorites is Back to the Future. It got me and my parents talking about them in high school. And that's one of the great things about movies. It causes conversation. I just love it.
The Oscars, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. Live, Sunday, March 12th on ABC.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait!
Oh, yep. That just got really real. grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
It's Markdown Madness now at Mattress Depot USA.
Get slam dunk savings on premium mattress sets.
Like $99 for each piece on any size mattress.
Or $5.99 for a king-size Sealy plush mattress.
Even a queen-size Sealy plush mattress for $3.99.
Beat the buzzer. With crazy prices like this, they won't last long.
Get here before Markdown Madness ends March 31st.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
We protect your house.
We're gonna do it!
And your car.
We need to keep our energy up. I want to take me to Funky Town.
Because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
Get $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT5 and XT6. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
I didn't sleep last night.
Live with Kelly and Ryan, today at 9 on Cap KVU. Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. A lot happened overnight while you were asleep. Look at all the wetness we have throughout the Tri-Cities and really all of our areas. So it is a weather alert morning. Heavy precipitation coming to an end for many of our areas, but it has run through all of our regions. It does end, though, if it hasn't already, in a couple of our areas. So let's take a look at that Skywatch radar. We do have still snow barreling through. It looks like Vantage right now, some light snow going on in Ellensburg, but it has moved out of much of the Yakima Valley. That is good news. As we move over into the mid-Columbia, we're still seeing some shower activity moving into Walla Walla, but we're starting to get a bit of a break for Hermiston, Umatilla, and about to the Tri-Cities. And you see that transition. It transitioned this morning from rain all night to rain-snow mix. So very slick conditions out there and more snow falling in the Blue Mountain region. If the snow sticks around, it will be above 4,500 feet in the Blues. So that winter weather advisory coming to an end at noon for Ellensburg through the Yakima Valley. Again, we had quite a bit of snow going in the upper elevations, and we saw around an inch on the ground for those areas. So excuse me, as we move into our featured cast, we have a break, and that is going to continue, though we could see that snow double back into Ellensburg for the next couple of hours. By the time we get to our afternoon and our evening hours, we are going to have plenty of sunshine. You won't believe it after what we just saw overnight. And we do expect to see mostly clear to sunny skies as we get into our Saturday as well. We could see a random shower or two, but still, excuse me, things are looking much nicer as we move along into our weekend, though we do expect to see shower activity returning as we get into our next work week, especially Monday and possibly Tuesday. Currents are right around that freezing mark, a little warmer in Walla Walla and getting a little bit warmer in Yakima as well. So our temperature trend, I'm just going to take a sip of water here, everybody. That hits the spot. All right, as we move along into our weekend, we're going to stay right around our average. And then as we get into Monday, we are going to see a bit of a spike. We're getting winds in from the south, warming things up. Then average temperatures as we head into the last couple days of winter as finally spring hits, not this Monday, but next Monday. So wind speeds finally slowing down in Pendleton. It was at 33 miles per hour just an hour ago. We still have 18 mile per hour winds in Walla Walla. We are going to see those winds slow down in our day and then into our weekend, though again, like I said, southerly winds on Monday warming us all up. So enough wind next week to keep our air quality good. As we move along into our day, we are going to have highs in the lower 40s for Ellensburg, mid to upper 40s for the Yakima Valley. In the mid-Columbia, lower 50s, upper 40s. We're a little off where we were yesterday. In the upper 40s for the lovely Blue Mountain region. 7-day forecast, and we do improve on our weekend for Yakima. 51 tomorrow. Don't forget to spring ahead as you get to Sunday morning, or just do it as you go to bed on Saturday night. We do expect very good chance of shower activity Monday, and then settling down as we get into our next work week. Overnight lows all over the place, pretty much just below the freezing mark. In the Tri-Cities area, mid-50s for your weekend, then 64. A spring preview a week before spring hits. 64 on Monday, then settling down in the mid-50s for our next work week. And again, we do expect to be greeted by showers next week starting on Monday. So folks, the rain showers or your snow or rain-snow mix is coming to an end very soon. Could persist for the next couple of hours in Ellensburg, but we will see some sunshine, and those warmer temperatures are going to melt whatever snow is on the ground, especially for Yakima and Ellensburg.
Thank you, Jason. And here are the latest school delays that have been sent into our newsroom. East Valley School District AM and PM buses are on snow routes. Goldendale School District is 2 hours late. Heritage University 2 hours late. Highland School District is 2 hours late. No AM preschool. Natchez Valley School District is 2 hours late. AM and PM buses are on snow routes. Selah School District is 2 hours late. West Chestnut Academy is closed. West Valley School District is 2 hours late. No AM preschool, and AM and PM buses are on snow routes. Yakima School District is 2 hours late, but breakfast will be available in the cafeteria. And here are the latest road closures. Parts of I-84 near LeGrand and Baker City are closed after reports of semi-trucks that have spun out and are blocking the roadway. Driving conditions are poor with blowing snow and ice-covered roadways. There's no timeline as to when the road will reopen. Authorities say drivers will have to wait until conditions improve. And when it comes to ice and snow on the roads, it doesn't matter how good a driver you are, and it doesn't matter if you have four-wheel drive. Slow down, be a cautious driver, and watch out for others. For the latest on school and road closures, and to get more on this winter storm and see pictures or videos, click on our weather blog on yaktrinews.com. We are keeping it updated throughout the morning. I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, using AI to detect breast cancer.
It's really changed the paradigm. It's changed the value of the mammogram itself, and that's really exciting.
While early detection is key, some estimates suggest screening mammograms miss about 1 in 8 breast cancers. To reduce that number, doctors are now using AI called computer-assisted detection, or CAD, in more and more breast imaging centers across the U.S.
The major advantage to AI right now is it speeds up the reading of the mammogram so that a radiologist can see more mammograms accurately over a certain period of time.
And studies have shown that CAD can also find cancers that may have been missed by humans. And we'll have much more on what these AI developments could mean for women everywhere coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
Type 2 diabetes?
Discover the Ozempic Trizone. In my Ozempic Trizone, I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events, such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease. And you may lose weight. Adults lost up to 14 pounds. Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrineoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with the sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Ask your healthcare provider about the Ozempic Trizone.
You may pay as little as $25.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to Jason's local forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. It's been quite the week in Olympia for the state legislature. Lawmakers working late into the evening as we reach the halfway mark for this session. House Bill 1240 would ban Washingtonians from making, selling, or distributing assault weapons. The bill does include a list of weapons that would be covered by the bill, as well as a definitions page. Advocates say having both makes the bill flexible enough to cover future firearms. The state Senate has also passed a bill that would make it easier to sue gun makers and would put more restrictions on gun sellers and advertisers. New this morning, the jobs report just released. The U.S. economy added about 300,000 jobs in February. That information is according to the Labor Department. Economists say they were hoping for at least a net gain of 200,000 jobs. It's significantly lower than January, which saw more than 500,000. Unemployment up from 3.4% to 3.6%. Inflation is the highest it's been in 40 years. The city of Pasco broke ground yesterday afternoon for Broadmoor improvements. $600,000 were awarded to a Kennewick contractor to begin construction. This groundbreaking is the beginning of many projects happening in the Broadmoor area. According to officials, this is likely the most important economic development project that's happened in the Tri-Cities in a long time. And these are the latest school closures that have been sent into our newsroom. East Valley School District AM and PM buses are on snow routes. Goldendale School District 2 hours late. Highland School District is 2 hours late. No AM preschool. Natchez Valley School District is 2 hours late. AM and PM buses are on snow routes. Selah School District is 2 hours late. West Chestnut Academy is closed. West Valley School District is 2 hours late. No AM preschool and AM and PM buses are on snow routes. Yakima School District is 2 hours late, but breakfast will be available in the cafeteria. And here are the latest road closures. Parts of I-84 near LeGrand and Baker City are closed after reports of semi-trucks that have spun out and are blocking the roadway. Driving conditions are poor with blowing snow and ice-covered roadways. There's no timeline as to when the road will reopen. Authorities say drivers will have to wait until conditions improve.
And folks, the worst is over for most of our cities. Here's a look at our Legend Skycam network and quite a bit of wetness on the ground. For many of our areas that saw rain overnight, it did transition to rain-snow mix before we got to the end of it. It is a weather alert morning. Again, heavy precipitation overnight for all of our areas. It does end, and it has ended actually for some of our regions. Let's take a look at these current conditions on our radar. We're finally getting relief. Yakima all the way down to Pendleton. Walla Walla still seeing the last vestiges, but we're seeing a little bit of rain-snow mix starting to fall there before it gets out. Now let's take a look at our futurecast. We are going to see some clearing as we move along into the rest of our morning hours, though the snow could still double back just a little bit for Ellensburg, so that could continue into your late morning. Our other areas, by the time we get to the evening hours, very nice, and we're going to warm up just enough that all of the snow that is on the ground right now will be gone by the time we get to our afternoon. And a sneak peek at your weekend, we're going to see more clear skies than not for your weekend. You could see just a slight shower as we get into Saturday, but besides that, things are looking mighty fine. So our highs today, we are going to be 43 for Ellensburg, mid to upper 40s for the Yakima Valley. Heading over into the mid-Columbia, we're going to be in those lower 50s to upper 40s as we're just a touch off of our highs of what we saw yesterday. And as we move over into the Blue Mountain region, we're right at the upper 40s as well. So folks, for most of our areas, the precipitation has come to an end, but Ellensburg area could see that snow double back on itself, but pretty much the worst is over. Folks, hope you have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to put your clocks ahead an hour late Saturday night. Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next.